Hello everyone, today I'm going to present my chemistry project. It's about how rust is formed. Usually iron and steel will rust when they come in contact with water or oxygen. But in some cases like metals like aluminum will not rust easily due to the layer that protects it. And so before I do my experiment regarding this, I will make a hypothesis, which is that I predict the nails that I dipped in salt water will rust the fastest, and after the nails rust, they will weigh less. And for my experiment, I used actually 5 petals instead of 6, like it is said in the steps of procedure, because I didn't have the asparagus at the time. This is oil and water. This is dish soap and water. The salt water, just nails with air, and that's with rice. After leaving the experiment alone for 48 hours and all the bottles are closed, it did not even rust a bit or change its mass. Here's the picture of the nail, and I come to think that it was a brass nail, which is an alloy of copper, zinc, and other elements that resist to corrosion. So my experiment failed, and I wish I thought what kind of nails that I have to use before I actually use it into the liquids and did it for 48 hours. So I just decided to research more about how rust is formed. And I digged in some of my science drafts. And this is an experiment I did a year ago, which is I used pins instead of nails and putting it into different kind of cups that use different amounts of teaspoons of bleach, liquid detergent, and lemon juice. In here, I don't think the data that I recorded is actually accurate either, because it's supposed to weigh less after it rusts, but I think due to the liquid that I did not dry before I weigh down the pins, that's why it's also recorded in the data. This was for 7 days, a week. And because I can't really conclude from the two experiments that I used, I just did research, and how to prevent the rust is that we should not use the metals into acidic liquids or salt water, and even putting them in high temperatures. And another way is to coat the metals, like how some nails are coated with zinc, which acts as a protective layer to them, which lasts even longer. Like how the brass nail that I used in my failed experiment. So that is also part of my reflection. I hope I can do the next experiment better for this topic. Thank you, everyone.